morning, my name is Dean Jones. I'm here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. I'm here to show you a new little trade we got. It's a really nice little fifth wheel. Got some nice upgrades. It's pretty unique in the fact that it's a little smaller. It's half-ton towable, which is a big thing. If you don't want to buy like a 3/4 ton or 1 ton, just to get in the lifestyle, you can use your regular cab, half-ton, and pull this if it's got the weight rating. So we'll just go ahead and get started. We'll start out on the front end a little bit here. It's a little chilly out today. Sun's shining. We're going to get through the outside, and it's nice and warm on the inside. So anyways, we're going to point out that put out the stock number real quick for reference. It's 5U221667. It's a 2021 Coachmen Chaparral Light 25 RE. We'll start off with, it's 29 feet 10 inches long. It's 8 foot wide and it's 12 foot tall. So those are your dimensions. We'll go back over those at the end. But at any rate, it is equipped with a really nice fiberglass front cap that wraps around to the side. It's a little bit better design than having your seam right here as you're going down the road. It protects the whole front end. It's really hard. And if you notice, if you get a look at this little contour right here, I don't know, from the side maybe, you'll see that it's kind of cut away. What that allows it to do is turn in a regular cab pickup. So you don't have to get that long bed if you're not going to use that long bed. So it's a really nice design. You've got nice LED lights around the whole coach, but nice docking lights here, as you can see. Really nice turn radius on that concave. If you come under here, you'll see this one's been equipped with 2 batteries, which is an upgrade, and there's a few upgrades and we'll go over that. You do have your auto level panel here, but you also have a digital panel inside. Nice little storage area, not really set up for a generator, so to speak, but still really nice. If you notice, it's got I'll show you right here. It's got the electric leveling on in this guy. So, you got hydraulic or you got leveling. This is a small little guy with a 4-point electric leveling. The benefit to this is, if you have a problem with one of these, they're a little easier to fix. So you get into like hydraulics and stuff, you have a lot of fluid, and if you have a problem, you just got a wet mess kind of. So we kind of like these little electronic leveling on this guy. You've also got a little plug in here if you wanted to put a little solar panel out here. And you got some nice little lighting, but we'll come around this side. This one's equipped with 2 30-pound bottles of propane. There's one on this side, there's one on the other side. It's got an auto selector, which it'll go to the one that has the more propane if one runs out. This is part of your basement. A couple things I'll point out. If you look up in here, it's a really nice aluminum structure on this guy, and you got your solar matting all the way throughout this coach, which is going to help insulate it a little bit better. Right here is kind of your wet bay, and it's real simple. This right here is, if you want to put a tube in here into antifreeze, you can actually winterize the coach from right here. It's a really handy little deal there. A lot of little fifth wheels don't have that. You also have your selector for city water and tank fills. Right here would be your independent per room. This is kind of neat. This is kind of a Coachman specialty. You've got different rooms you can plug right into for the cable or satellite, and it goes to it's independent to each TV, which is kind of nice. You're not guessing on that. And you can have different receivers and just plug it all in. It does have an outdoor shower, hot and cold. And right here you have your tank fill. So you'd hook up your hose, you would coordinate your switches here and fill your tanks. Your freshwater tank on this guy is 40 gallons, by the way. Your gray tanks are 33 gallon, and your black tank's 33 gallon. And with that black tank, you have a nice little tank flush right here. So, right here, this is your city water, this is your tank flush. Sorry, I got them mixed up. At any rate, yeah, so you can actually hook a hose up to it and keep your black tank all nice and washed out as you're emptying it. And where you would empty that would be right here. So this is your black tank. Oops, about ready to lose this guy. That's your black, that's your gate for your gray and your black tank. And then if you come back around here, you'll see it's a 1-slide coach. This is a real deep 3-foot slide, comes all the way out. You don't have a bedroom slide, and it's just a single slide, but it's really nice. If you notice these big tinted windows, you're gonna really like the inside of this guy. But what else I'll say is look underneath here, There's your other part of your leveling. You can see it's electric motor, really easy to replace if there's one going bad. Check out between the wheels. That's called a road armor dampener right there. So that's an upgraded suspension for this whole coach. That's been upgraded. Another upgrade that I can't really show you, but it's got 2 ACs on this guy. So it's really, really nice the way this guy set this up before he brought it to us. But yeah, that road armor, it's really neat. I'll show you a little bit more on the other side. But as we come around, you'll notice, again, all the LED lights. You're not going to be replacing bulbs on this guy. They're 50-year bulbs. They're all the way around all your marker lights. And yeah, we might as well get a catch of this. This is a rack and pinion slide. It's a really nice slide. And what's really beneficial about this slide is, instead of having a bunch of cables and Swintech motors, if this were to ever fail, you can just go up inside, take a panel off, and take a socket and shut this nice and easy by yourself. So it's a really nice slide system. So we're going to come back around. We do have a little storage for a sewer hose back here. You just pop these off and put your hose in there. A good place to put it. You also have a trailer hitch, but this isn't for towing. This is more for a bike rack, or it'd be for a nice little panel, like a little shelf to put a generator or something on. But again, it's nice to have that. It's an upgrade. Looking up on this guy, you've got a 12-volt docking station for a Furion camera. It looks like it had a camera at one point, but the previous owner took it with him. But that can be upgraded. And you put a little camera in there, and you have a little suction cup monitor you put on your truck windshield, and it gives you sight of what's back here. Especially if you have a nice little shelf and cargo, you want to see what's going on, you can point it right down at that, or point it down at the cars behind you. You do have a nice little ladder here for the roof. It's a TPO roof, and again, it's got 2 ACs. So stock, these come with one 15. I think this one's got two 13.5 BTU ACs on it, so the guy actually spent a little extra money on better air conditioning on this guy. You've got, be careful of the ice here. This is your other propane bottle, like I said. Got two 30s on each side. And here's the other side of your pass-through storage. I didn't know if I pointed that out, but you do have a shut-off on that little red button over there. Here's a tool to actually get your slides or your awning in if you need to. They're working really good today, so it shouldn't need that. Here's another satellite hookup along with that. If you want to put a TV out here, you got a nice 110 outlet. And it's nice and it's just really nice and unobstructed and nice space there. You do have a 6-gallon water heater, and it's gas and electric. Nice outdoor speakers. If you wanted to put a little TV mount here, you do have cable and satellite coming out this way, and you also have a place to plug it in right here. So that's kind of nice. And if we look under here, one of the neat parts about this little guy is you'll see you got a little propane stub out here. So it comes off your propane if you want to hook up a grill out here. But you also see this right here. That's an enclosed underbelly that's also insulated, and there's heat ducts running through there, so it's kind of radiant heated. So it's a nice, deep fall, early spring unit. You see that. Now if we get a little closer to this Road Warrior thing, it's a little easier to demonstrate this right here. It's kind of a neat deal. It's got, there's certain MORryde, all kinds of different equalizers. This one actually has rubber going all the way here and all the way here. It dampens up and down and side to side, and it's designed so this rubber doesn't shear off. So it's a really nice upgrade. I've done some research on that. You've got grease zerk bolts, wet bolts on all these fittings. This thing's gonna ride really, really nice. Of course, you got the nice little alloy rims on this guy. This would be an access to your refrigerator, and we'll show that to you inside. But what's really nice too is they've actually vented the oven hood, so it's kind of like a residential oven hood. Coming in, we'll just point out, we do have a solid step. This kind of comes in, comes down, real nice and solid. It's not something you have to unfold that's always outside and getting dirty and muddy, so it's an upgraded step. It is an AZDALE unit. So to talk about AZDALE, the way they fuse this fiberglass to the actual wall structure, it used to be a little piece of wood paneling. When wood gets wet, it swells, and when it swells, you can delaminate this guy. So what AZDALE is, it's a composite. It kind of saves you from that delam, It also is mold resistant. It's just an upgraded way to adhere the fiberglass to the coach. So that's an upgrade as well. That's just how they build them, but it's a good thing. So we'll come in and check it out. We do have a nice little grab handle to point out. And one more thing, we do have a 13-foot power awning on this guy. But we'll start in the bedroom, work our way out, and but notice how much light and windows you have in here. It's just beautiful in here. It's a really neat little coach, little trailer. But we'll start back here. You have a nice big window. It is also an emergency exit, so we'll point that out right off the bat. This one has two kind of areas to hang stuff in. Actually, this is just an actual like shelf unit. I thought that was a hanger. But you do have a full-size queen bed. What's really neat about this guy is they've actually done some stuff with the underneath of this guy. They actually have a drawer. They're trying to use the space a little bit more wisely in this guy. I think that was kind of neat. Put shoes, whatever you want in here. You wouldn't even know that was down there, so. Love that. It's on a bed lift. You do have a nice little nightstand on this one. If you notice, you have some USBs, some outlets, also some nice little reading lights that you can pop on or off as you're laying down. You got a nice little window here. This is also a mid profile, so let's talk about that. I can stand up here. The high profiles are this high all the way over, but they're kind of less aerodynamic. Then you have some small profile ones that you kind of have to duck to crawl into your bed. This is a nice mid, probably the most sought after profile on these guys. This is your hanging closet. So really nice deep closet. A little better than the nose ones that are kind of curved. The hangers don't really fit. These ones actually hang just like your closet at home. Really nice. And you also get some nice little drawers here. So it's a nice bedroom. Oh. So you have ducted AC. Here's your second AC, ducted throughout. It's hooked up to the ductwork. This has a TV mount. If you want to add a TV, you just plug it in right here and put your cable in there. This is a temperature sensor. So this is actually hooked up to and I'll show you in a minute, the thermostat on this guy. So this actually, you don't need two thermostats. You can set the whole thing with one thermostat, and this temperature sensor just kind of keeps the whole coach the same temperature. It's a really neat deal. You do have LED lights up top, and we'll start making our way out here. This is a nice little bathroom. I'll point out one thing real quick. They actually spent the money in designing this guy. You have a nice little pocket door. It's a little bit more expensive to do this from an engineering standpoint, but it just makes sense that you wouldn't have two doors obstructing the hallway when you're kind of coming down through here. So nice big shower. I'm 6'1". Nice skylight. Keeps me from hitting my head on any ceiling stuff. Nice residential stainless faucet. And you do have a nice little seat here. I don't know if you can see that, but nice little insert. Big sink. Nice little medicine cabinet. You do have a GFCI here and some more storage under here. And this is just a real clean unit. You can barely tell they've ever used it. Nice little places for towels, and you'll notice there's a fantastic fan up here. This is a porcelain commode with a foot flush, and you notice there's a little bit of heat, and you can feel it right now. It's nice and warm in here. Floor heat kind of coming through the floor. You also have some vents in the bottom, and when you look at that enclosed underbelly, that's all running through there, keeping that whole area warm. So we'll come through here. This would be where you would do some auto leveling and stuff like that. This is your leveling system. Actually leveled this guy from in here earlier. Works really nice. And this is your 2-zone RV comfort thermostat. This is what we were talking about. So coming in here, a little bit to talk about. We got some really nice hardwood cabinets. And again, they just look like they've never been used. Solid surface countertops. This is another nice upgrade, and it's got kind of this counter extender. When that steep slide comes in, it does nestle in here real nice. However, it's nice. It doesn't have to be pulled up or pulled down. It's just nice space. Stainless steel appliances. Here's that the vent that I showed you the outdoor vent on. Nice little night lights on these guys. Gonna like that. 3-burner stove. Again, doesn't look like it's ever been used. Nice cast iron grill. It's not the wire one that's gonna bend. This is my favorite part of this oven. Most RV ovens, you'll see, have this little welded in shelf or screwed in shelf that's right here. It kind of keeps you from baking anything of substance, right? So you can easily do like pizzas or cinnamon rolls. This one actually had that down, and you can actually lower this shelf and bake a casserole if you'd like. It also has an igniter for the oven, which is really, really nice. It used to be that they had igniters for the top, but you had to get under there and light the bottom. This one actually has an igniter, so that's a really nice situation there. You can get this Chaparral with a 12-volt fridge or a RV fridge. This one's been equipped with the RV propane electric fridge. It is an 8 cube. Looks like it's never been filled with anything. Let you get a look at that. Real clean little refrigerator. One thing else I'll point out that I really like about this kitchen is you've got 2 pot drawers. So nice big drawer there, nice big drawer there. So they're really thinking about what you might need to bring with you there on those. Nice little drawers coming down. All your books. Nice little drawers there. Now you'll see you have a CO2 and propane detector there, and a little bit more storage as well. What you're going to see here, it's really nice that you're not having to search all over your coach to find this because it's right out here in the open. This is your breaker box. So every unit's pretty much got one. You got your 110 here and your 12-volt fuses here. What's nice about this particular panel is if one of these fuses were to go out, you'd have a little red LED light that shows you which one you need to replace. So kind of like that instead of having to go through and look at each one of them. So that'll tell you what you need there. Another thing to point out, we talked about the heat going through the floor. 2 floor heats in here. You can see them on the floor. Again, that's kind of radiating heat in their underbelly. And you also have a fireplace right behind you. This is kind of a nice little night light. But it also acts as a space heater. So say you're at a RV park and you're plugged in, you want to use their electricity, you can heat this whole area with just that little fireplace. It's a really nice little ceramic heater, basically a portable heater. Over here we have a nice little pantry. They kind of thought of all these, they just haven't wasted any space in this guy. And we'll come over here. Nice little shelving unit. Nice little coat closet with a little hanger going across there. Nice big TV that's been equipped with this guy, and this is actually a DVD player, AM, FM radio, CD player, and you can Bluetooth into this guy. So coming over here, we have, again, a lot of these nice big windows. Your window treatments are just on rollers. Just pull them down or pull them up. And this is one of my favorite parts. Theater seating, but Thomas Paine theater seating. Probably one of the higher quality furniture manufacturers in the RV business. This one actually has heat and massage and a light for the cup holders. Just really, really nice furniture. You're going to be able to watch TV in comfort. This is kind of a 2-person coach. You do have this big slide. If you did have guests, you could put an air mattress here, but there's not a fold-out couch or a convertible dinette to speak of. But if you'd like, you could actually turn this table sideways, just make it a 2-man table. You leave these at home and have a little bit more space if you'd like. It does have a leaf. It also has these really neat little storages right here, so you can put a little bit of, card games or whatever you want in there. So that's pretty much it as far as showing you around this little guy. But what makes it kind of interesting is the weight. So it's a 7,273 pound trailer. Your total GVWR with your payload of 2527 will let you roll this down the road at 9,800 pounds. A lot of the half-ton pickups, like we talked about before, they'll tow 12.5. So if you didn't want to upgrade into a heavy-duty truck, if you're not going to use it, you wanted to get in the lifestyle, not break the bank, this isn't a super, super expensive fifth wheel. You could definitely pull this with the F-150 you have at home or the nice Dodge Ram you have at home. Again, it's got 40 gallons of fresh, 33 gallons of gray, and 33 gallons of black. 60 pounds of propane. Your awning's 13 feet. Dual 13.5 ACs in this guy, 6-gallon water heater, and it is an AZDALE coach. So if you want to call me and ask me about anything on this coach, you can call me direct at 303-684-3424, or reach me on my cell at 720-347-7063, or you can just get me at dean.jones@transwest.com. It's been a pleasure to show you this coach, and look at the links below. It'll take you straight to our website on this coach if you want to see more pictures on it, and we'll see you next time.